everybody, welcome back to Quest Junkies. It is Friday night, which means it's time for Strahdalicious Dungeon Mommy. Over to you.
All right. Welcome to episode 14, everyone. Lovely to see my players have survived thus far. We had at least one close call. We're going to see. We all got our fans. We're all prepared for this. It's been a few weeks since we have all seen each other last. And so, therefore, after our introductions today, we'll do a little bit of a nice recap. But let's go ahead and get started. As always, this is a 18-plus game. If you are listening to this at work, put in headphones and keep a straight face because these players get raunchy. Incredibly raunchy. And, there are dark themes to this story, which, it's funny, secondary in my warning, but such is life. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start us off top of the overlay for our player introductions. Patch.
Oh, that's me. Hi, I'm Patch, and I am reprising my role as Linnell Calidora.
All right, so let's go around the other way. River.
Hi, I'm River. I play Sarah. Sometimes Sarah plays me. This time I'm playing Sarah. I'm Sarah, and I punch things.
Lovely. All right, Bridget.
Hello, everybody. My name's Bridget. I'll be playing Lena Luhorn, the sneaky and freaky party warlock. Let's go.
All right, C.
Hi, I'm C, and I'll be playing Avrea, ginger baby spies, going for scary next.
And last but not certainly least, Sky.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sky. I play Ileana, the snack that smiles back, space girl.
Oh my god. Snack that smiles back. And I am Bree, your humble dungeon mistress for this evening. I play everyone else. Let's go ahead and get started on our last time on Strahdalicious recap. So, in the last two sessions in this recap, our players had made it out of the village of Barovia and traveled along the old Strahdalicious road until they came to a pool where there was a carnival camping out. They met several interesting characters like Inky the Clown, Meet the Lizard Folk, and Madame Eva, who told them some very interesting fortunes. Now, it was a surprisingly eventful visit. Some of our characters found the beginning forms of love. Others found, really, they quite enjoyed the love of the carnal variety. And there was at least two kisses that happened, amongst other things. Once they spent the night there at the camp, they decided to continue onwards. And we had just started just ended, I should say. We're just starting as our lovely cast of Femme Fatales come across what looks to be in the distance a windmill. Something remarkable to notice, even as they're approaching this windmill from the distance. Things seem brighter. It is cloudy and overcast in Barovia all the time. But the area around this windmill is bright, and gosh, as they approach more, it's warm. There's a pleasant breeze blowing. There are tons of wildflowers. In the distance, you can make out what looks to be a chicken coop, something rare and highly prized here in Barovia. And the windmill itself is in pretty decent shape, made of gray stone, looking like it's been lovingly kept up to date. Nothing broken, nothing undone about it. So, we're going to go ahead and start our players there. Just still at the old Solid Road, just a decent ways away still, traveling perhaps towards the windmill. The floor is yours, guys.
Well, that's disconcerting. Barovia's supposed to fucking suck. Why does that look like half decent?
Probably because it's a trap.
Yeah, it almost looks inviting.
Brie, can
That's
I
the
ask?
scary
You mentioned
part.
flowers, like in a garden. Is that
Wildflowers.
unusual for Barovia? Like, actually, flowers growing?
Oh yeah, colorful flowers. That's incredibly out of the norm. And you see them start to appear along the old Svalich Road. Beautiful blues and yellows and pinks. Just painting the journey forwards.
Linnell's gonna cast Mage Armor on herself.
I love how something being nice is what gets you guys nervous.
Fucking too
When we
right.
pass a pink wildflower, I'm just gonna stomp on it.
You crush the wildflower beneath your feet. Can everyone roll me
Initiative.
Initiative?
a wisdom saving throw?
Fucking
Oh.
Oh
flower.
boy.
Anyone?
Here we fucking go.
Do we decide?
Everyone, roll me a
Everyone,
wisdom saving
okay.
throw.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Is this against being
not-
poisoned or charmed? By any chance?
Just make that saving throw. Don't worry about it.
It's more like I get advantage on those, so
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
So
11 for
13.
me.
Oh shit.
All right, what was that?
Same.
I heard multiple people. So let's go ahead. If you could go ahead and post in the Twitch chat if you can. And if you're not in the Twitch chat, in our
Oh,
Ooh.
oh,
Whoa.
okay, everyone. Let's see those nat ones in chat for Sky.
That's my first one this campaign, I think.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
I will be posting a photo of mine in Discord because I got a natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we got it all.
Yeah, that's the full D&D experience right there.
Oh, and I need to make one for Ismark.
oh.
I thought you was going to say Lancelot then, and I was like, no.
Oh,
Kill that
I'll make
dog.
one for Lancelot.
Actually,
One sec,
that's
I got
a
it.
really good.
I got it.
No.
No, fucking way! I got it.
bad,
Nope,
guys.
nope. I got an at 20 for. I got an at 20 for the dog. I'll take a photo for this. I got an at 20. The mama gets the 1. The puppy gets the 20.
Oh, we love to
Sacrifice.
see
Oh my
it.
goodness.
Oh my god.
Ismark
What a
got
roller coaster.
15.
We're only 2
20.
minutes in.
All right.
Hells yeah.
Let me take a look real quick. So we had.
I'll put my one next to it so you guys can
Nice.
have the full effect. In the Discord, you can see our rolls.
Tremendous.
Linnell.
Oh.
You notice something odd in this imagery around you. I mean, more so than the stereotypical, this does not fit in Barovia. You see your vision flicker for a moment. And the visage in front of you is much darker, stormy, unkept. The chickens in the coop appear to all be dead. The flower that had been stomped underneath Sarah's feet, more like a old, decaying vine. But that lasts for just a moment before the imagery around you flickers back to the pleasant. Very pleasant, enjoyable, almost, atmosphere if it didn't disconcern you all so much. Lancelot begins to whine loudly and begins backing away from
It's
the direction of the
okay.
windmill.
You're all right.
He whimpers, just cowering even further.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
All right.
See if I can see that glimmer of what I saw before, or just something to make this make sense.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start plucking flowers. With that nat one, might as well.
Oh, with that nat one, these are the most dainty, just wonderful smelling plants that you've smelled in your life. You look at each flower as you pluck it, and it really begins to form this beautiful bouquet. Perhaps you even think, wouldn't this look lovely in Freya's hair? Wouldn't this look lovely? Maybe Sarah.
As we walk along, we'll start making a little flower crown.
I think, as an aside to Sarah, she'll just add, "Are you still interested in perhaps a bit of light arson?"
Always.
Gestures to the field of flowers. Looks like they
Looks
go
at
up
the
quick,
flowers.
but
Looks at Ileana for a second, who's just happy with the flowers. You know, flowers are weird here. Why are there...
they're
They're colorful.
incredibly strange.
But aren't we all kind of weird here? They're
I mean,
beautiful.
So are we. Yeah, it's true. I'm
It's
just gonna
true,
try
but
something.
yeah, yes, please do.
I'm gonna pick a new flower from the floor, a red one, and hold it in the flames and just see if it burns at all.
It's almost like you see the fire flicker at it, and the edges of the flower might even begin to curl, but it just seems like there's something about it that's not letting it properly light.
Don't look.
This is like the envelope all over again.
I don't
You're-
like that.
War flashbacks for Sarah.
PTSD.
Triggered.
Ismark looks around at the surroundings and back at you all. Well, it's certainly strange, but I mean, no stranger than you all appear to be, out of place in Barovia. So I don't know if a sign of danger or sign of something else, but
Pointing at the flower.
No, it's-
More than strange. It's a trap.
It's not burning. We burn if we get into the
We-
fire.
Yes, if you set us on fire, do we not go up in smoke? But this is peculiar.
It's beautiful. Do you really have to pick it apart?
I hand the flower to Ileana. Here you go.
I'll add it to the crown.
Yeah. It's a bit singed, but
I
Is
mean,
my-
I could make. Oh, go ahead.
So does my detect magic pick anything up?
your detect magic would, in fact, pick something up. You would sense powerful illusion magic. I believe, Ileana, you have passive perception here.
Yeah.
You hear something coming down the road from behind the group. It sounds like wheels, footsteps. And when you turn, you see a small boy pulling a cart.
Child.
To your left, coming through.
All right. Make way.
And this small child, perhaps around 9 or 10, quite portly. You can see that this is another anomaly. A child, well-fed, seemingly well-loved. His clothes are, well, they're not the nicest garb that you've seen. They're certainly not the old ratted and moth-eaten clothes you would see on most children in Barovia. And he gives you all a smile as he walks by pulling his cart. Anyone who wants to make me a history check, go ahead and make me a history check.
I'll do that.
Give it a whirl.
No point
Ellie.
out from here.
Ha! Okay, nope.
I'll
Oh,
lean
no,
over
go
to
ahead.
Ileana and like, do we burn the child or the cart? This is weird.
Welcome to Strahdalicious, everyone. Do we burn the child? Not the first child that's been murdered, okay?
Is his name Walter? Then yes.
Fucking Walter.
Fucking Walter.
Well,
Walter.
I got a
He hasn't given
17.
it- He hasn't
18.
given us a reason to cause him grievous bodily harm.
Well,
The odds
it's a,
are low,
it's
but
a-
never zero.
it's a child that's well fed. That's enough for
Something
Linnell,
to do with this blasted windmill.
you rolled a 17. What did everyone else roll?
18.
8.
All right. Those of you who rolled above a 15 would recognize this cart. Not necessarily this specific cart, but the style. Almost like the ones that you've seen Granny pull through town. And the delicious smell of pies wafts around you all as it passes.
Lena gets PTSD flashbacks.
Oh,
I-
Actually, Lena and Linnell, roll me wisdom saves.
Oh, God. Again.
Okay. It's a 13.
13.
Is this against being charmed?
No, it is not.
I got an 8.
The two of you feel that same craving that you did before. Strong and powerful. Your mouths, well, one of your mouths begins to water, the other just feels dry and empty.
Shit.
Wouldn't a nice slice of pie about now feel so good?
To Sarah, don't burn the child, but I may kick his cart over.
We can burn the cart.
We could. That might help. Some strain in her voice now. Yeah.
So, Linnell, did you find anything around here with your magic?
Yeah, sorry, I was distracted for a second there. Yeah, it's all fake. This place is carpeted with illusion magic, fucking everywhere. That's why the flower doesn't burn. It's not real. Something or someone wants us to think that it's all real. And if I had to guess, points over at the windmill. Probably starts around about there.
Maybe it's the boy.
Maybe the
Leading
boy is part of the
villages to their
illusion.
deaths.
I'll shout down the road to the
Well-
boy. You there, boy. That lighthouse that windmill thing yours?
Oh, I live there. I don't know if it would count as mine, but the ladies that take care of me are really nice. It's
Oh, really?
theirs.
I'll start moving towards him. Detect magic's still up, but now focusing on him as I approach. Oh, tell me about these ladies. They sound interesting.
And you don't sense any magic or anything off about this child as you approach with your detect magic. Oh, well, there's, Granny, and then there's Bella. Bella's not as nice as Granny, and then Ophalia. They take care of us at the windmill, and we help them do some baking.
Does your granny go into the town with pies in a cart?
Yeah, she's actually, I think, if she left a few hours after me. She had some stuff to do, but she should be back.
Oh, I made friends with her. I would love to see her again. How's she doing?
Oh, well, she had a bit of a run-in with some bad people
Again?
in the village.
Mm.
They aren't very nice to Granny,
No,
even though
they're
she does a
not.
lot for them.
Yeah, I scared a lot of them away from her when I saw them picking on her in the rain. Maybe I'll talk to her about getting their names, and I'll permanently take care of them next time I'm in town.
His face lights up. So you're another friend.
Absolutely. How many of you are here? How many kids is she taking care of?
I think there's about right now 7 of us total.
Wow.
Damn question.
Yeah.
What color hair does this child have?
It's like a mousy brown.
Okay. No worries.
Do we recall how
Very
many
bad.
children went missing from Barovia?
Those aren't children, but
Girls, I remember.
young ladies
Yes,
with red hair.
right.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Toby.
Kobe?
Toby. Toby. Toby.
Oh,
And I
Toby.
can even write it because Granny taught me.
How
Oh, that's so nice. Did you say something about Granny doing so much for the bad woman? What did that mean?
What do you mean? I said Granny has done a lot for the people.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant specifically for them, for those bad people.
No, Granny's good and she takes care of us. Did you want to come in and meet? You all are my friends now, so if you wanted to meet the others and wait for Granny,
Yeah,
you're welcome
let
to
me
do so.
Okay, totally.
Let me help you with your cart.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Well, actually, would you like a piggyback ride? Would you like to have some fun?
He kind of like, you can see he starts getting a little shy and he kind of bounces on his feet. I've never had a piggyback ride before.
Oh my god. Well, I'm super strong. So here, and she'll squat down, get on my shoulders. Come on, you're about to be so tall.
I can vouch
you
for
can tell
this.
his cheeks kind of pinken. He's like, all right, if you say so. And
All right.
he will climb onto your back, and he has his arms kind of looped around your neck, and everyone else would be able to see that he's kind of like still looks incredibly shy, but his cheeks are just like plump and he's smiling.
Oh my, you're so cute. Where did you come from, though? Why are you alone?
Granny said that I came from one of the other villages that couldn't take care of me.
Oh, no, I mean right now. That's
Right now?
Sorry.
Oh, well, I was helping Granny in the village of Barovia. Sometimes she brings one of us along with her, just, to show us the ropes, and so that way, she says, so that one day we can be fine, upstanding citizens.
Can you recall your parents?
No, I think they died soon after I was born. But it's okay, I'm not sad or anything. I really like my friends, and Granny feeds us and clothes us, and her daughters are nice enough.
How long have you been with your granny?
For as long as I can remember. It's been a long time. I don't think I can remember before.
Does your granny feed you pies?
I mean, yeah, we have pies. We have other stuff too, though. Usually, we help make the pies and take them out to where they need to go. But occasionally, we can have some pie.
So you know how the pies get made. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty simple recipe.
Yeah, and generationally, that's kind of how cooking works. You learn from your nanas or really whoever the cook is, the family is. I have so many memories. I learned to cook with my grandmother.
What did you learn to cook?
Oh, sorry.
I just a quick clarification. I just realized I did not factor my stress points into my last roll. So it wasn't an 8, it was a 2. That might change.
You didn't factor it into your nat 20 either, did it?
No.
I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow it for right now.
Thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome, baby.
Can I make
Never
an
gonna
insight
get old.
check on that child?
Go ahead.
Same.
Well, we used to have these creatures we'd catch called squabblings, and my nana was really good at gutting them and smoking them in hickory, and it's a good time. I miss her food.
His stomach like grumbles at that little story.
21.
1.
Nat ones in chat, y'all. Nat ones in chat. All right. Lena. This child appears to be straightforward with you. You don't sense any hidden motive or strange comments, no wavering in his voice. He is, as far as you can tell, being completely truthful.
Well, I guess there's only one way to go when she picks up the cart. She's got the kid. Anyone know any?
Are we really doing this?
Why wouldn't we? There's only one way to go. We're already on the road. And the lady was really nice when I met her earlier.
I think she would agree to go along with everyone, but as another aside to Sarah, let's keep things on the back burner, if you catch my drift.
Oh yeah, something simmering already.
So, Toby, do you use the eggs from the chickens in the back for your pies?
Yeah, sometimes if it requires egg. Those ones outside are just more of our pets. We keep some inside. Because Granny says that people like to steal.
That's fair. People are really bad here.
Oh, quick question. Does the craving we're experiencing get any worse the closer we get to the building?
No, I mean, it's still just pretty strong, as is.
Okay.
Perhaps if you're close to the cart as you're walking,
She would try not to be. She would maybe be in the back with Sarah.
All right.
Well, this is my dog Lancelot, and he
A puppy!
Yeah. We
And-
rescued him.
I haven't seen a puppy before. I've seen them in books.
Well, much like your Nan rescued you, we rescued little Lancelot. And we've got him all nice and fed back to health, and he's the best.
Is he nice? Can I pet him?
You can totally pet him.
I pick him up
Yeah, thank you.
to bring him closer.
Lancelot does the like swimming in the air motion as you pick him up. And Toby squeals in joy and like puts his hand out to ruffle Lancelot's fur, and is pretty receptive to this. He like takes a moment to sniff at Toby, but then kind of puts his muzzle towards Toby to be pet. Ismark is at the back of this little procession. And oh, go ahead.
When Toby mentioned, "Oh, a puppy," Sarah was just like a step towards Ismark. Oh, okay.
You will never grow old of that, will you?
No.
Never.
That he actually cracks a little bit of a grin.
Pat on the head.
That might be taking it a bit too far. I'm not petable, but
I beg to differ. Sure.
That flusters him, though. When you say "I beg to differ," he's just like
Pointed look toward Avrea, then back toward Ismark. Repeat.
Yeah, that completely threw him off, that interaction. He kind of pipes down, just following behind everyone. Now, you all are friends, right? So I can trust you all, and you won't try to hurt any of us or the kids. Granny and the aunties, they say that people like to hurt people.
Yeah, people do like to hurt people. But I'm not gonna hurt you or your friends. You're gonna be A-okay. I mean,
He smiles and, okay, then we should be fine.
mhm. Is there something you need to warn us about then? Is there a reason why you say that?
Just that Granny and the aunties, they always tell us that they will protect us no matter what. So,
That's good of them.
and you guys are my new friends, and so I want to make sure you guys are protected no matter what too.
Aw, thank you. Hey, do you know any songs?
Songs, not really. I hear people singing them outside the taverns, but do you know songs?
Oh, I know lots of songs. I was just curious if you do any. See, I'm not from around here, and I'm really interested in kind of everything.
Where are you from?
I'm from space.
He looks confused.
Mm-hmm. So
What's
if you look,
space?
if you look up above you, and you see that mist,
Uh-huh.
there's stuff way, way above that, and it's so cool.
Yeah. It looks
Really?
like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show my cape.
Really? Granny said that it's just dangerous in the mist. I didn't know there was pretty things in there.
Well, it's not in it, it's on the other side.
There's another side?
There is another side to the mist.
It's so big.
You've blown this child's mind. As he's trying to comprehend the other side of the mist.
Mm-hmm. And there's all sorts of creatures and colors and different foods and songs. My home is really, really far away beyond the mists.
Do you think could I go there?
I hope so. I want
Maybe
to go
one
back.
day.
So maybe you can come with us.
I'd really like that.
We could go on a fun adventure one day, but you got to be a little bit taller.
I'll grow tall. Granny says that, I'm just in that stage that young boys have where we grow out rather than up. But it's going to happen. And then you'll take me with you.
And it does.
Hush,
And one day you're going to stop growing up and you'll just be growing wider again. It all comes full circle, trust me.
Granny says it's a sign of health.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you all get closer to this windmill. Again, looking extremely kept up.
Oh, we're really going closer. I mean, Linnell said that nothing here is real.
Well, parts about Linnell's not really real now, is it? So let's keep going.
Toby's like, what
Ouch.
what do they mean that it's not real?
Linnell's not there, by the way.
Oh, wait, what?
You don't see her anywhere. She cast invisibility on the way up.
Shit.
Case in point,
Well-
she was never here.
You all saw her like the days before, right? I did not imagine her.
No,
Wait,
we,
saw who?
Yay, hi.
no, we definitely didn't imagine Linnell. Trust
Saw
and
who?
believe.
Who's Linnell?
The one you fucked.
I almost want you to make a persuasion check.
Even my imagination is not that good.
Mine is.
No, I could never imagine someone like her. I'm
No.
not that creative. back to the point. Are we really going in there?
Well, perhaps all of you can enjoy the tour of the pie factory while we search for Linnell. The two of us, points at herself and Sarah.
Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking, don't we own a deed to a windmill? Is it connected to this one?
I thought the windmill was the one across from the murder house, and now we own that windmill and the murder house.
There was no windmill across from the murder house.
Oh, what then? Was it just a mill?
There was no mill.
Oh, I thought it was a mill. What was the? What building did we go into?
It
An
was
empty,
like a
dilapidated
housing
building without an
Oh.
oven.
Oh, I thought it was a mill.
Mm.
Oh no, we probably related it because all the Durst logos.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, there was something. There was like a logo on the paintings.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
on Linnell, I mean that invisible imaginary figure's sword that
Our
I
imaginary
imagine.
friend.
Yes, our imaginary. Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, are you saying Linnell was the name of the sword now?
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
You gotta.
All right.
So I think Lena's gonna stay behind to find Linnell now.
Yeah, I'm joining.
Linnell, are you hiding from your party?
I'm still with them. I'm just not visible, so I hear everything.
Are you going to say anything to the ones that are looking to find you?
I think I will not say anything, but I will go up behind Lena and I will pinch her tush in a very particular way that she would know would absolutely be Linnell, as it would have been something that would have been experienced at the circus.
Okay.
Mid-coitist. Tush pinchings.
Bit of a yelp. But she's a little speechless for a minute there, but all right, well, if you are
okay?
here, we don't want to go in there, right? Maybe we just stay behind and pretend to be looking for you.
Yeah.
She's talking to nothing in particular because Linnell is still invisible. Okay. Linnell is here, but she wishes to remain invisible for honestly good reason. I don't like the look of this place at all.
I don't trust the child.
I think he's been told a certain story all his life and has never questioned the truth.
Yeah, so we stay out here, look for Linnell, kick some flowers, and
Yep.
just be ready in case, like, the others get murdered, and then help.
Yes, we'll be their backup.
Yeah.
His mark is here in privy because he's right next to you, Sarah. You're going to wait for us all to get murdered and then help. Is that what I'm gathering from what you just said?
Well, now, ideally, they would call us before they get murdered.
Also, pick a lane. Are you going to the factory or are you staying here?
To be quite frank with you, I'm not sure after hearing this strange conversation. But one second.
If you're going to
You
stay
should.
here, then perhaps play along with us. We don't want to rouse any suspicion.
Y'all have killed me.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
And probably
No, it
not
would
the
not
last
be.
time either.
Mm-mm. No, it certainly won't.
Swallow, then talk, Ismark.
Well, you just see
Yes, be a
Ismark
good
just
boy and
swallows
swallow.
a fly. He just swallows a bug. Goes into a
Good
massive
boy.
coughing fit.
Well done.
And he looks around. I'm not going to leave Avrea alone. You, the two of you can leave Avrea alone, but I won't.
She won't be alone. Ilyana's there. Ilyana is gonna kick everyone's butt, and Avrea is gonna do exactly the same. She doesn't need you to
Exactly.
protect you. She's protecting you.
Really, we must talk about this guilt habit of yours.
How fucking dare you?
Yes.
All right, I would speak to that, but you already said that you were going to wait till everyone was murdered. So, and he kind of shoves past you to make his way towards Ilyana and Avrea.
She's gonna try to trip him.
Make me a dex check, and I want to see that check.
All right.
I want you to roll that where I can see it.
Did you guys? Don't let me down. Fuck me swinging. It's an 8.
All right, let me go ahead and I will roll a dex save against that. So there's still a chance. That is a 9 on the die for a 10. So he narrowly avoids being tripped by you, and he, without looking behind, he just and continues on.
Right back.
He thinks you
Flips you the bird.
You know, we're so close to being like okay with him, but now
Flagrant in his behavior. Really must be addressed.
she's gonna need another lesson from Avrea.
Yes. I imagine those lessons should prove far more fruitful in the future.
Definitely. All right, let's go kick some flowers.
So the three of you, right, because this is Linnell, Lena, and Sarah, stay behind to beat up some flowers.
Linnell's following Ilyana.
Oh, okay. So the other two of you, do you think that Linnell is staying behind with you?
Could I take an inspiration key and attempt to perceive?
Let me see. I believe we do have a key for you to utilize. And just a friendly reminder to those watching us live here on Twitch, you can redeem your channel points, if you have them, for inspiration key. Or if you follow or subscribe, you can get a blood counter added to the pool, which you can see we have a decent amount right now, unless my players decide to trade those in.
I would like to trade some in, actually. I need to fix this stress. So
Duly noted. We will do that at break today, I think.
thank you.
But yes, you have utilized a key, so you may have advantage on your roll.
$21.
21. Excellent. Now, with invisibility, I need to double check. I feel like we had this conversation the other day on what do you check against for invisibility.
Advantage on stealth check.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's advantage on stealth checks, I think, typically.
Okay. Then why don't you, not that you're rolling against Lena per se, but can you roll me a stealth check at advantage?
I certainly can.
Sitting
Don't
at
forget the
baseline?
stress points.
-6.
Yeah, don't forget your stress points.
Well, I have a +2 with -6, so it's -4. And I have a 11 on the die for a 7.
You Lena, you would see as you're looking around, as you and Sarah stop, you would still see the dirt from the road being disturbed as Linnell's footsteps kind of kick up the dirt and pebbles as she makes her way to Ileana and continues on.
Well, really, so much for schemes. She's gonna she's gonna message Sarah. Linnell is ditching us. I think we should go inside.
I don't get it anymore.
I don't either, but it's... Perhaps we shouldn't split, have all of us together in case shit goes down.
Okay, let's give them, 3 minutes head start. Just in case it is a trap or something. We're not all in there. We don't enter at the same point.
True, alright. 3 minutes, then we go after them.
Yeah.
Then they have their plan.
So, Toby, I'm sorry I'm asking so many questions, but I'm really so curious about your pies. They were so good. I imagine you have do you have a really big oven?
Yeah, we do. We need it for how many pies we make.
I thought so. You have so many pies on on your cart.
So you've had some of the pies?
Well, I've had a piece of it, I think. Yeah, no, I had a couple.
It's my favorite. I really like the fruit ones.
Those were really good. Oh my god, I'm realizing oh, that's right. That's why. Okay, sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I just connected some pieces. Do you know the ingredients of your savory pies?
I don't know. We sometimes are called in to help, but usually it's putting stuff together. I think rabbit and mushrooms, and sometimes we can get different livestock from some of the villages, but we do have chickens inside, and so a lot of times we use chicken.
Do you know from which villages?
Well, really any village that Granny and the others come across that has stuff to spare. Sometimes Valaki, there's a place called Kresk, but they don't really let us into Kresk. They're weird about that. But sometimes there's people living on the outskirts.
Okay. This is really interesting. I might make one myself now that I know the ingredients.
Do you want to make a pie with me?
I would love to.
And he's just beaming at this point. He's so excited.
Ismar, Avreya brought up a good point earlier. The deed you had, was that to the little ramshackle place we were at before, the death house, or what?
To be quite honest with you, I'm not sure.
I have it. I can look. Because you said it was largely useless.
Well, yes, old dilapidated windmill does sound quite useless, and
is it this?
Me and Irina's situation. I can't be too sure. Can I see the deed again?
Yeah. Here you go.
He takes it and unravels it. And as he's looking, looks up at the windmill, look back down. I do believe this is the Durst Windmill.
It's so far away from the Durst Manor. It's so weird.
Well, it's not exactly unheard of for some of the older families to have property elsewhere, but, I mean, to be honest with you, most of these older families have long since died out, so...
Well, yeah, I made her eat her ovaries. That was a good time.
I somehow had forgotten you had done that, and now it's very vividly clear in my mind again.
I know. You'll dream about it. Well, can I have my D back to my windmill that you threw away? Thank you.
He just like, oh, okay. Well, what are you going to do about the fact that it seems to be quite occupied at the moment?
Well, you know, Avria and I were talking about it, and I think we're going to charge him rent.
Toby's just, what's rent?
It's free money, Toby.
Free money?
Yeah.
Is that like thievery?
No, it's like gift, like gifting, like Christmas.
What's Christmas?
It's a day where you get free gifts.
I want Christmas.
I bet you do. It's great. So with Christmas, there's this tree, and you make ritual sacrifices of like bones that you get from caves, and the great snake with many claws comes down and gives you gifts.
And then he doesn't eat us?
No, snakes are nice.
If you say so.
Have you ever met a snake before?
Mm-mm. But I've seen them in storybooks and everything, and don't they have sharp teeth?
That they do.
I'm just waiting at that smirk on your face. out of character, that smirk on your face.
If you look at my hand and you touch it, it feels a little bit different from your skin, right?
He'll reach out, over your shoulders to touch.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it feel different?
Well, because I'm part snake. And I'm pretty nice. I'm your friend. So
that's true.
Therefore, snakes are your friend.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I figured it would.
And you guys are getting close to the windmill now, those of you who have continued on. You would see at the top of the windmill, it's like a onion-shaped dome at the top, along with all the like little, what would you call it, the windmill sails or what have you. I don't know terminology for windmills. But it seems to be a couple stories high, and you can tell because it has different windows. And the opening to the windmill is a beautifully carved wooden door that is inlaid with that same crest that you had seen of the swords and the windmill that you found in the Durst Manor. Toby kind of wiggles in place. Can I go down now?
Oh, absolutely, and I'll get down. I didn't, and then she looks at Avria. I didn't take the shield, but the crest is on Linnell's sword.
The shield did look like decoration anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a decoration. We should keep an eye out, because if they have really cool things, maybe we could get Linnell like a set.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Toby, once he's set down, will kind of skip over to the door, and he's going to very loudly knock on it, rapping his knuckles against it. Auntie Bella, Auntie Ophalia, I'm back and I have friends. And he kind of waits there, kind of bouncing back and forth between his feet before the door opens. And a very stern-faced woman, perhaps you could place her in her 50s, heavy wrinkles, and her skin is quite worn. Perhaps she looks a bit older than you would initially pin her. And she is wearing kind of your basic smock and an apron. And the front of the apron is covered in flour and blood. She looks down at Toby and she's like, "You've grabbed the cart, child, right? And you friends." And she looks at everyone that has approached the door, narrows her eyes a little bit. "Is that so? So, friends, may I ask your business here at the windmill?"
We are friends of Granny. Is she here? She'll recognize us. Or at least her.
I saved Granny from a tussle from 2 men in Barovia, and I wanted to check on her and see how she was doing. They were still giving her problems, offered to take care of it a little permanently.
Well, Mother isn't back yet. But I suppose you all are welcome to come in if you'd like.
Oh, I'd love to. That's very nice of you.
And she still kind of eyes you all suspiciously, but she seems pretty happy with your explanation there. And she opens the door.
Do you want us to help bring in the supplies from the cart?
Yes, if you can, that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
Just to put it in, and she goes into the windmill's first floor. And you would see that this is a giant kitchen.
Wow.
There is a large round table in the center, and it is covered in different containers and like spice jars. And you would see that she appears to have been in the middle of slaughtering a chicken as it's laid out kind of on the nice, previously clean space. In the opposite, I would say corner, but there's no corners because it's round. The opposite from where the door is a giant oven. And it appears to be mid-baking, as you can smell just the dough and the pleasant, savory flavors, spices kind of wafting through the air. And there are assorted baskets, and there is a sink with a ton of dishware. You could hear faintly from below, perhaps the next story up, the clucking of chickens.
Oh.
That's it. If you can put the cart over there, and I'm afraid we don't have any seating, so you must make do with standing.
Oh, that's okay. So, Toby was telling us you guys adopted him and 6 others.
And she looks down at Toby and pats at his head. "Toby, go up with the others and play. Do whatever it is you children do."
They play with the chickens.
Sometimes when they're being unruly, but yes, Toby's correct. We have adopted children. We do so quite frequently before they get old enough and they head out on their own.
How old is old enough?
If Toby leaves, Linnell's going to follow.
All right. I will answer Avreya's, and then we'll go with you. All right, Avreya. Toby kind of looks over at you, and he's going to answer in in this woman's place? Well, usually it's when we can make it on our own. And Bella nods. Yes, we find that it is better suited for them when they're of about 15 of age and can usually find work in neighboring villages or towns.
Have any of them just run away or disappeared before then?
That's a peculiar question. No, why would they?
We've just heard of disappearances in the village. I was just checking.
Ah, you must be referring to the red-haired women.
Hmm.
I've heard quite a lot of theories and rumors. Some say that the women have run off to join various strange traveling. What do they call them? Carnivals? Or honestly, I think the most accurate theory is they go to join the Countess Strahd von Zarovich herself over at Castle Ravenloft.
Oh, she probably has a thing for gingers. That makes sense. And she looks at Ismark.
Ismark just nope. His face is just Mm-mm. Can I get you all anything to drink? I would offer you a pie, but those are for sale. You're welcome to buy one. I think about 5 silver pieces is the going rate right now.
Well, considering you're getting all messy with this chicken, I would love to help you till Granny gets here and catch up with her a bit. I'm really good. Trust me.
She eyes you. But she is going to nod her head to a apron that's hung up on the wall. All right. Linnell, you follow Toby upwards as you head to the next section of the windmill. Now, the first thing you would notice is the clucking of the chickens does, in fact, get louder. And it really, I don't think you have ever seen this much livestock in a single area before. Not that you could remember. And you would see that the whole second story is dedicated to these very smelly, loud creatures. And Toby kind of like bounds upwards, and he's gonna stop, and he is talking to the chickens. He's like, how are you doing today, Matilda? Oh, you're looking very plump. Best keep eating or don't eat. If you get too plump, she's gonna slaughter you. So maybe ease up on the feet a little bit. And you can see he's like going to like all these like, Darcy, okay, you're getting a little skinny. Then he like gets a little scoop of the feed and like puts it down in front of her and is like ushering her towards the feed. And he is probably going to spend the next few minutes just playing and interacting with these chickens. And there are no other children on this floor, but you would see there is a staircase leading upwards.
I'll head up.
All right. You head upwards to what looks to be living quarters. There are several beds, and there are 6. Actually, no, there are 5 children as of current, kind of playing and sitting in their beds, reading, lounging, kind of chitter-chattering amongst themselves. And you would see at least one of them kind of washing up in a water basin and looking like they're prepping to head downstairs. There are, let's see, there's 5 children there. There are 3 boys and 2 girls.
And they all appear to be similar in, like, health-wise to Toby?
Mm-hmm. Yep. They are well-fed, well-garbed, and they look to be in pretty good spirits.
Okay. Is that the only living quarters here, or is there anything else on this floor?
There is another staircase leading upwards.
Okay. I will go up further.
You head up the stairs, and you encounter a door. The door is locked.
Is there a keyhole?
Yes.
Can I look through the keyhole?
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
With pleasure. -6. Fucking hell. It's a high roll as well. Okay, 19 plus 4 minus 6. So 19 minus 2, 17.
17. Looking in, you would see a giant dresser and the corner of another bed. It's clear that these are more living quarters, perhaps belonging to the other residents, the adults of the windmill.
Okay. Is that the only room? Or is there potentially more?
You are not aware at this time.
Well, Linnell has a habit of fucking around and finding out, so her invisibility... Oh, well, actually, if I use a feature, would my invisibility drop? Because rules as written, it says when you attack or use a spell.
Invisibility, is that a concentration spell?
Yes.
What is the feature that you are looking to use?
Blessing of the Raven Queen.
That will break your concentration.
Cool, that's fine.
I'm pretty sure. Actually, let me double check, because that's Misty Step, right?
Essentially,
So,
yeah.
Let me double check. Maybe I'm wrong. No, it won't break your concentration.
Even better.
Shatterkai.
That's why I double check.
Shadowkai hype. I will use Blessing of the Raven Queen as I look through the keyhole to teleport inside the room.
You find yourself on the topmost floor of the windmill. Much like the previous floor, you find yourselves in a bedroom of sorts. And there are 3 beds and 3 dressers. There is nothing remarkable about this room. And honestly, it's rather barren. Not a lot of furniture here.
Is there a window?
There is.
Good to know. I will take a closer look through the drawers, I guess.
Hey, you want to roll me an investigation check?
Certainly. That's a +7, so it's a +1. 15.
15. You find different assorted clothing, folded up nicely. And the way that I'll describe these drawers and dressers is that the top part of it is kind of like the big dual door wardrobe, and then at the bottom are little dressers. And going through the dressers, you find things like socks and undergarments, and a few satchels of coins. In the wardrobes, you find that different dresses and smocks are hung up. Roll me a perception check.
Ooh. Perception. Ooh. Natural 19 +4 -6. So 17.
And I will let you. 17?
Mm-hmm.
Backing of the dresser is fake.
All right, let's see what this is all about. I will. Assuming it's like a push sort of mechanism. I'll give it a prod.
You push open the back of this wardrobe to find it leads elsewhere. You notice this place is not in the windmill itself, but rather a large open space, maybe a cave of some kind. Moisture trickles down the walls, and in the distance, you can see the flickering of candlelight. It is cold, and the air is permeated with this sweet, sickly rot.
Okay, now this feels like Barovia.
The path continues down quite a ways, and you would notice that the steps are like ledges, rocky, and again covered in that moisture. Do you want to continue in?
I mean, I've gone this far. Let's go.
This is where we're going to take our 5-minute bio break. All right, everyone. Stay tuned. We'll be back in 5 minutes. And we're going to see what happens to Linnell next. See you guys shortly.
I'm sure it's fine.
Death? If I should be so lucky.
You are my new bitch boy.
I am the consequence. Welcome back to QuestJunkies, Strahdalicious, Dungeon Mummy. What you got?
What do I got? Well, you gotta find out what I got.
Yeah.
Last we left off, Linnell, not disguised, using her invisibility, has wandered off on her own inside the Durst Windmill, first following Toby up to the chicken coop, bypassing all of the children who were on the 3rd floor, and then she missy-stepped her way into the 4th floor, where Granny and the aunties had made their room, discovering that there was more to this room than meets the eye, as she found fake backing in the wardrobe, making her way through and finding herself in a seemingly different, more Barovia-like place. We are going to go back to the other crew. Ileana, you have offered to help with some cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Donning an apron. You are going to be given a large butcher knife and the carcass of a chicken. I figure that you can do this at the very least. You look quite skilled in butchering, if I may be so.
Yeah. And she is like making eye contact. She snaps off the neck, starts plucking the feathers. So where do you put the bones when you're done?
Over in that barrel over there. We save them.
All right.
Bones can be quite useful.
They are. You could ground them into a powder and then add some hot water, make a good gelatin out of it. Flavor it a bit, make some jello.
Indeed. Seems you're quite well versed in such matters.
Are
you a big cook?
No, but my best friend was. He used to cook on our ship. But anyway, I'm gonna get emotional.
Are you all right, dear?
I'm okay. So, what's your favorite type of bones?
My favorite type of bones?
Mm-hmm.
For gelatin?
Just in general. I have a few favorite. I have a little collection.
Oh, you're a bone collector.
I really love bones. So, I have little snake bones. I have, this gnome got on my bad side this one time in a temple I went into. And, I kept his shin. Yeah.
You indeed like bones. Well, you're welcome to any of the ones that we have in the barrel. We have assorted chicken, swine, wolf.
A wolf bone?
Oh yes, you have not ever seen any of the wolves that roam these parts?
No, I've been promised monsters and have only come across people.
Oh, we have seen a couple
how
of
terribly
wolves.
sad.
Did we see wolves? Did they come at
Yeah.
us, though? They didn't get close enough.
They're pretty close.
If I can't feel their breath down my neck, they're not close enough.
To be fair,
His
you
mark's
were
just like,
preoccupied.
they don't need to get any closer. Why? Never mind. And Avreya, you could hear him having this moral dilemma of just I know these people that I'm traveling with, but why do they do the things they do? Muttering to himself.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I kind of need to go to the toilet. Do you have one?
Oh, there should be an outhouse down the way, just the outskirts of the woods.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm gonna go outside then.
Ismark is left standing there uncomfortably, just like the corner. And the woman looks over to him. Boy, you can put yourself to work as well. And he's just like stands up straight, and she gestures towards another apron.
Well, you can join me if you want. It's near the woods. I don't know if maybe anybody can come from there.
Bridget, why are you smiling like that? Oh. Ismark looks between the two options, and you know he's taking the Avrea option. If anything, the woods are quite dangerous, and, the more people, the better, just in case. And he's just gonna rush to open the door for you, Avrea.
Thank you. And I get out.
He'll follow behind. Now, are you actually going to the outhouse, or?
No, I would like to go grab a chicken that was outside.
Oh. Now, it hadn't been told to the rest of you that these chickens appear dead. And I do want to make the note. Lancelot didn't follow Ileana inside. Lancelot is still back with Lena and Sarah. Sky, just the cycle of grief, oh no, did something bad happen to Lancelot? So you would go out to the chicken coop outside, and you would see several chickens clucking, pecking at the ground, digging for worms. How are you going to catch this chicken?
I'll just go and try to grab one. I have experience in... I've done it plenty of time.
True. So you're just going to go and kind of pick a chicken up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You acquire yourself a cute little, salt and pepper colored chicken.
Oh, it's pretty cute. I wonder what will happen if I go outside of this area. I want to get...
You're going to have to travel a pretty decent ways away from the windmill to beyond where the flowers started blooming.
How far away is that?
I want to say a good 200 feet.
Okay. I want to go there and see. In the meantime, I explain it to Ismark because he's coming with me. Listen.
Why are we doing this?
Lenala said that there's illusions here. And I don't know if that chicken that she's butchering inside is actually a chicken. So I just want to check. Maybe if we get out of the area of the illusion.
It won't be... What in the Morning Lord's name would it be then? Are you sure you want to be touching that thing, Avrea?
I have no idea. We'll figure it out. We'll see.
Right. He will follow you. Now, Sarah and Lena, you would see these two walking away, a chicken in hand.
Some sort of ritual. We saw that lizard fellow doing push-ups, perhaps.
It's a courting ritual.
Yeah. I'm not joining that.
Oh, heavens no. We were meant to be looking for a different entrance to the building itself.
Yeah. A back door, if you will.
Yes, and she looks a little surprised to see that Lancelot is tagging along.
He's still cowering.
Oh, poor fellow.
Why is he not with Ileana?
Perhaps dogs can see...
That dog's like her child.
Can the dog see things that aren't there? Ghosts, dead people.
He whimpers. I'm going to follow the two of you for a moment.
All right. Well, we're looking for any kind of back entrance to the building that may not be readily accessible.
So you see Avrea and Ismark kind of walking back from where you came, and you're not going to interrupt. So you're looking around the building, I take it?
Yes.
Roll me investigation.
Can I gamble?
Yes, you may.
All right.
For those of you unfamiliar, we have these little blood counters. My players can use these blood counters to make rolls on the Pool of Dread, and that gives different effects. And I'm going to try to center this pool. Watch the camera. But yes, Patch, if you would be so kind.
Why, certainly. Spin, 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 and the result is Spirit Blessed.
All right.
Ooh.
And I believe that is a auto success
Yay!
to your investigation roll. You would not see another entrance to this windmill. But in your investigation, as you're padding around, you would find a loose brick.
Taking out the she starts to reach for her dagger, but then sees by all means, if you'd like, punch the shit out of it.
You're gonna punch the brick?
I'm gonna punch the brick. Actually,
It hurts. It hurts to punch the brick, okay?
That did not go as expected.
Oh my gosh. But you will notice that the brick looks like it could be removed.
Taking out the dagger and removing it gently.
Removing brick reveals what looks to be a folded up piece of paper.
What does it say?
The writing on it is worn and quite messy, almost as if it was written quite quickly, hastily. If anyone finds this note, know that I am no longer amongst the living. There are things that happen here in this windmill that are not okay. Do not trust the three. And it's signed Barthos.
Shit. Appears we were right to be suspicious. Showing, sir.
That's not good. Do you know of Barthos?
No, you do not.
I do not. Okay, so we didn't find another entrance. Are there any kind of, like, windows outside of the building?
Yeah, there are a few windows that peek inside. And in fact, can the two of you make me stealth checks?
Sure.
I wanna gamble. I've been rolling shit today.
Nice.
You want to gamble or take an inspiration key?
No, I wanna gamble. I wanna make
All right,
Let's do it.
let's go ahead and
Spin.
gamble.
That
Spin that wheel.
wheel. Survey says a +1 to your roll.
Hey.
Hey.
All right. And a reminder for anyone watching us. If you follow or subscribe, that adds more blood counters to the pool of dread, which allows my players to gamble and make these rolls.
7.
17.
All right. Ileana and the auntie inside would see quite obviously Sarah attempting her best to stealthily go past the windows, not thinking to even duck.
I have an idea of flavoring. If Lena Doug's out of sight and sees Sarah sneaking out, she'll just reach up, grab her upper arm, and yank her down below the window.
Your friends are quite peculiar.
They are the oddest bunch.
Whatever could they be doing out there?
Well, I'm pretty sure one of them's out looking for rats. She's trying to collect a little horde of them.
No, won't find any rats around here.
Oh,
We
really?
keep them quite exterminated.
Oh, damn. Well, I'll let her know, but first, I've already got a pile of chicken done.
Oh, wonderful, dear. And she returns, like, she'll kind of start gathering. The other two of you, that one is not being so stealthy, you would notice, so those windows. And then there are more windows on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floors.
Can we hear Ileana and the other lady talking from out here?
Muffled, but yeah, I would assume you could.
Since message has a range of 120 feet, I attempt to message Ileana.
All right.
Don't trust everything you see. We were right to be suspicious. There's danger afoot.
I have to mumble my lips to reply, don't I? Isn't that part of the message? You like whisper.
Yep.
Yeah. That would be fun. Intrusive thought.
Do it.
I look at the auntie. I go, shh, did you hear that? And cast silent.
All right. Let me see something real quick.
Let's go.
I gotta check a ruling on something. Now, message is a cantrip that requires a verbal component. You've got
Yeah, I know. I'm well
All right.
aware because now she's here with me.
All right. She looks confused, looks around and attempts to say something. And, like, if you want to make a perception check, you could try to read her lips.
Yeah, I'll do that. What is my perception? I'm not too bad at this. 19.
19. You would see her say, "What in Strahd's name have you done?" And why?
And she's just plucking chickens, making eye contact, having a great old time, just waiting.
He looks incredibly confused. And suspicious. She's going to begin looking around the room before heading towards the door to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Now, silence's area of effect.
20 feet.
20 feet. Let me double check. All right. She is going to head out.
I'm going to step in front of the door.
All right. She crosses her hands and raises an eyebrow.
As just like she's trying to be the distraction while her friends are obviously seen. So if we could cut to lip nail now, that'd be great.
I will allow this, as things are going to get pretty interesting from here on out. We turn to Linnell, who was just finding herself in that strange cave-like area. The path goes on for about 20 to 30 feet, leading downwards. What are you going to do?
Well,
And also, can you guys hear the music at all?
it's very quiet. I'll turn it up on my end.
All right.
There we go. I still have invisibility up because it lasts for an hour. And I'm going to make that last as long as possible.
All right.
So I'm going to follow the path. See where it leads.
What's your passive perception?
Passive. I don't believe it's amazing. 14.
14? All right. Let me double check something. Okay. You managed to narrowly avoid some tripwire that is set up along the way down. And you would get the sense, moving forward, there are more traps in your path.
Well, that certainly doesn't look innocent, does it? Whatever could they be hiding? I will continue on, but slower and taking more care to look.
Do you want to roll me a investigation check?
Why, certainly. That is a dirty 20 minus 2, 18.
You would see 3 pressure plates in the path ahead of you. Now, it is quite slippery around this area.
She has like an intrusive thought of like, part of me really wants to step on those plates to see what happens, but no. Let's keep going. At least I know where not to stand. Now continue
Right.
on.
Now, let me check something real quick. As long as you are carefully taking your time, you won't trigger any of those traps. And as you make your way closer to where all that light was, you see another door. The light streaming from the cracks in the door. And the stench is even stronger here, permeating the air around you. Nothing good can lie beyond this door. Certainly.
Yeah, it's the most normal thing Linnell's experienced in the last few days for Barovia.
Mm-hmm. Does she go through the door?
We didn't come all this way for nothing.
Is she pushing it open?
Is there a keyhole or a crack she can look through first?
There is.
She will look first. She's being careful.
Perception check.
Perception. Natural 19, 17.
17.
Oh, sorry, no. 19 on the die. 21.
You would see quite a bizarre sight as a strange, unfamiliar, hunched creature is doing her own butchering inside of this room. You can't make out much beyond the gore and viscera. There seems to be bones littering the floor around her, including draped around her neck what looks to be a human jaw. Lower portion connected to braided twine. Room is quite full of different bottles and jars. And the creature seems to be humming to herself quite merrily as she rips flesh and bone, setting aside chunks to the left of her.
Okay. All right. This area that we're in, the surroundings of it, and like the room ahead, what is it constructed of? Is it set within stone? Is it wood? Is it brick? Or
Stone.
Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Linnell will knock on the door and move to the side, still invisible.
Come in. Sister, is that you?
I'll reach for the handle and I'll turn it and I'll just let the door open.
Not a sister, then. A guest. Don't be shy, sweetheart. Come join me. I don't bite.
I'll stand in the doorway. I won't say anything yet. I'll wait.
All right, give me one moment. She rolled a perception check. Got a 23.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to roll me another stealth check or not?
I am never one for turning down rolls. Do I get an advantage from invisibility?
I believe so.
All right. Let's gamble. This seems like a fun time to gamble.
All right. We are going to gamble and spin on the Wheel of Dread.
And the wheel says +1 to the roll.
All right.
So I'm only taking 1 off with my stress. Okay.
Better than none.
2 natural 19s on the die, plus stealth
Mm-hmm.
is a 21, -1 for a 20.
20. You're quite skinny, aren't you? I can tell you're lithe of limb. Just from the way that things are disturbed on the ground and the strange way that energy seems to float around you. Come in. Please, I insist. And you don't have to don that silly little spell of yours. I know you're there, after all. Come, let me gaze upon your face.
What are you doing with the children?
The children? Oh, concerned are you? I can assure you that the children are quite safe. At least, most of them.
This is Barovia. People are never safe.
Oh, well, you'd find that this is probably one of the safer places, as long as you have a soul.
I'm guessing he didn't have a soul? The person around your neck?
No. Tell me, are you familiar with the laws of life and death here in Barovia?
Intimately. More than most.
So, do you know the concept of a soul?
I think my soul died long before I did.
That is where you're wrong, sweet one. Your soul's essence is quite strong, fragrant. Would be quite delicious. But, as I said, we don't deal in matters of souls. We deal in matters of the soulless. She gestures towards what you see now is a corpse. It's hard to tell age. Does appear to be adult in size. In the lands of Barovia, there are a finite number of souls. And each year, with the reign of Strahd, they become less in number. Now, what do you think happens when more people are born than souls are available?
Is that where you come into the equation?
On occasion. You see, those who do not possess a soul are nothing more than either empty husks or those who live by no morals. If anything, I'd say we do a little bit of cleanup.
I don't know
For the
about
better
that.
of everyone.
I don't know about that. It's not very clean.
Perhaps not, but someone's got to do the dirty work.
And what about you? Soul?
Yes.
Soulless? Where do you fall in this category?
Oh, I have quite the strong soul. Don't you worry. Now, are you friend or are you foe? Trust me, those who wish to stand between us and our operation of sorts do not make the best of friends.
Let me answer your question with a question of my own.
Go ahead.
What is Strahd to you? Friend or foe?
She doesn't interfere with our matters, and we don't interfere with hers. It works out best that way.
Well, that's slightly better than I expected. But
Did you expect us to be working alongside someone who feasts upon those with souls? All good things must come to an end. Eventually.
I thought that for years as well. 400 years later here, I still fucking am. So I don't think that is very valid anymore.
Perhaps she bides her time. Toying with you, playing with you, until you are ripe to devour. Your soul is quite fragrant, as I said. It'd be quite delicious.
Well, unfortunately for you, dear, someone else beat you to it. But I can confirm, I do taste fucking delicious.
We're going to switch over to the others. Ileana,
Yeah.
you have spent better part of this time in a silent standoff with the auntie in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
She has made no move to harm you or fight you.
Mm-hmm. I have made no move to harm or fight her. But the move I am going to make is to pull my backpack around, open it in front of her. I'm going to pull out a goblin bone. I'm going to pull out a different bone. I'm going to hand it out. And then pull out a little bag of cookies and a card. And point to her competition. And I'm going to roll like subterfuge, and I'm going to try to be deceptive that I want to privately talk Mono about this situation.
Now, are you trying to deceive or level?
That's a good question. I'm told not to trust them, but I really do like little old lady. But I think I want to level.
Right. Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
For those of you watching, I'm not drinking a beer, drinking water.
15.
She appears to consider what you're gesturing at before she gives you a understanding nod.
And I'll pull out a pen and a paper and I'll go over to her table and I'm going to start writing down the things we learned. Again, I'm biding time in a way, but also I haven't decided if I want to kill the other old lady or if I want these ones to flourish. But we'll do so in silence to keep it secret.
All right. Avrea, you and Ismark have made your way out to the perimeter where the flowers had begun to bloom. It is a strange feeling as you move away, everything getting colder. And the sense of safety and security, as unnerving as it was, beginning to slowly melt the farther you move from the windmill. You would notice the chicken in your hands becoming more dull in color, more lethargic, until you meet the edge of the perimeter and you find yourself standing there with a rotted carcass dripping over your fingers.
No, I drop it on the floor.
Ismark
I shouldn't have touched it.
Ismark is hastily grabbing a handkerchief out of his pocket. Give me your hands. Oh, disgusting. Oh, God. Then he's like cleaning off your hands. Just no matter. It's okay. We can throw this away. And he'll wipe them clean before he's just going to toss that handkerchief. Well, that was an idea. Did it get you the results that you were looking for, Avrea?
At least it's a chicken. I mean, I'm relieved. Strangely enough.
Did you expect it to be something else?
All I'll say is I don't believe that those kids are leaving once they are 15 or something. have you ever heard this fairy tale? Maybe it's not here in Barovia, called Hansel and Gretel?
No, I can't say that I have.
Well,
Is
it's
it
about...
one of those fairy tales from your world?
Yeah, but to be honest, it does sound like it comes from Barovia. It's about a witch trying to eat two children who got lost in this wood. She lured them, fattened them up, and then cooked them. And that oven is so big. And those pies, the savory ones especially, I only ate the sweet pie and I didn't get any effect. Linnell and Lena ate the savory ones and went crazy. I don't know if I'm just looking too much into it, but I don't trust any of this.
Well, I think that's a wise course of action, especially considering all of this and what we've been through. So, what does that mean then? The others have gone in, and he looks over around. Are they sneaking around the windmill? Or trying? It's awfully cartoonish. Did someone tell Sarah she's not very good at that?
Yeah, she needs to work on it. Let's get closer. I don't know. Do we want to go join them, or do we... Liliana is all alone, and we have no idea where Linnell is.
You hear the sounds of more footsteps and another cart as a familiar face begins approaching from down the road. On your left, dearie.
Sorry?
Oh, if you could move over, I don't...
Oh.
Are standing there in the way, but it no matter. I just need to move on past you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just grab Ismark and pull him to the side.
Yoinked.
Actually, we were coming to visit you. I just wanted a moment alone with him. Yeah.
Oh, a torrid love affair. I love to see these. It's so sweet. Young lovers. You were coming to visit me?
Yeah. Do you remember us? We're friends of Iliana.
Oh, I was wondering where I placed you. Oh, how wonderful. Does that mean Iliana is here?
Yeah. She's inside. I'll come with you.
Yes, please join me, and we'll regroup at my windmill.
As I get closer to, is it 100 feet for message? As I get in distance, I try to message them and say, Granny's here.
Granny's home. Iliana, I'm guessing the message is the message to Iliana, or is the message to the other two?
Is the window visible to... Can I see Iliana?
She's in front of the door, so actually you wouldn't be able to see Iliana. And you're 100 feet, you're far enough away from the window you wouldn't be able to see. So you can choose one or the other.
I was gonna do Lena, but if I can manage to see Iliana through the window, like...
Yeah, you won't be able to at this distance, so
okay.
Lena, it would be.
Lena.
Right? Lena, you receive a message.
Granny's home. Also tell Sarah that she's bad at this.
Responding with, there's something not right about this place. We found a note from one of the survivors. We were right to be suspicious.
Those chickens are all dead.
I'll deliver the message. Ileana's got one of them cornered now, but we don't have eyes on the Nell.
Oh, and I do want to point out, actually, as long as you know where she is and she's within the range. And
120 feet.
Mm-hmm. So
I would
that was
have-
my bad. This is what happens when I'm sleep deprived.
Okay, so I guess I try. Since I need to point, I tell Ismark something like, "Oh, do you see there? That's what I was talking about. That flower right there. It's so pretty." And I cast message to Ilyana, to Warner. Granny's home. Careful. We're coming in.
Just looked over at the chat. Not enough to get you a naughty point. There's been a severe lack of naughty points today.
I'll have to try harder.
We
you
can
all
fix
are on your
that.
best behavior.
And so
Oh, you didn't
I tell-
record the ones he gave me.
I
No, those ones he
turn
gave
to
you.
I turn to Granny and ask her, I was talking to him about those flowers. They're so pretty. Did you plant them?
Oh, no, dearie, I didn't plant them. They're, I guess, what you would call wildflowers.
Oh,
They just come
they're
with
quite
the territory.
This seems to be a really pretty area.
Yes, we're quite blessed with such a lovely little setup. Oh, come join. We can walk and talk. And she's just pulling the cart behind her. Ismark looks over at you, Afreya, and you could tell he's questioning whether whether you guys should follow. So
Well,
if you give the affirmation, he will continue to follow you. And
I nod my head.
you would see Lancelot still standing outside the perimeter, not having followed the other two, refusing to get any closer.
Hmm.
Oh, what a cute little pooch. I'm not surprised that he's not wanting to get closer. The smell of the baking can get rather overwhelming to those with sensitive noses.
Yeah, that's probably it. Well, Lancelot, be a good boy and wait for me over there.
You do not need to tell Lancelot twice to wait and not come any closer. He does not appear to be budging. He's just whining and nuzzling his nose towards the direction that Ilyana went, but being too afraid to follow.
Mm-hmm. I try to nudge him in the direction of somewhere where he can be hidden, like behind a bush or something.
All right. You might have to go and physically lead him the bush.
I pick him up and bring him there.
He's just
You'll be
shaking
safe here.
in your arms.
You'll be safe here. We'll be right back. Please don't move. Ilyana will kill me. And honestly, I will kill me as well.
If anything happens to this dog, kill everyone in the room and then myself. All right, you conceal Lancelot behind a bush. Granny kind of looks over at you and It gives you a perplexed expression, but she's continuing on, you know.
He's such a scaredy cat, which is ironic, because he's a dog.
Not much of a cat person, are you?
Oh, I love cats. But
Yeah.
it's just... I've never
We
seen a
don't-
dog scared, like, is skittish, you know, like a cat.
Oh, I've always found that cats tend to be just the braver of the two. Dogs tend to follow one's lead. But
I
the
guess it
two of you
depends on
look
the cat.
famished. Have you eaten anything recently?
You know, actually, no, we haven't.
Well, come. You're a friend of Ileana's is a friend of mine. That girl is quite sweet. She's done a lot for me. I'm sure my stingy daughter of mine hasn't offered anyone anything to eat, but I'll make sure to rectify that.
Yeah, she actually put us to work.
She kind of like laughs through her nose at that. That sounds like Bella. She's not the best with people.
I hear there's another one. You
Oh,
have
yes,
another daughter, right?
Yes, my daughter Ophalia. She's the funnier of the two, but quite outgoing, so to speak.
So is she not home? I didn't see her.
Granny just smiles at you. I'm sure she's just occupied on a different floor. It's quite a tall windmill, after all.
Well, let's go in. I'm sure that Iliana is waiting for you.
Right. You all make your way. Well, you and Ismark and Granny make your way inside the windmill. Ileana, is silence, do you still have it up?
If Granny is coming in, then I will smile at her and gesture to the note I've been writing. And on that note, explaining kind of everything that's been going on, I'll say that I wanted to keep it quiet in case the children overheard and I didn't want to scare them.
She is going to roll insight on you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll me a deception check?
Yes. You rolled me a 1 last time. You gotta do better. It's gonna have a +2. A 19.
She got a dirty 20. Granny looks at you, her eyes still smiling and kind. Now, my dear, we both know that's not the real reason that you were discussing such matters, but it's all right. We're friends here.
And she'll drop it. All right.
Why don't you tell Granny your true purpose here?
Well, there's you, and then there's another baker.
Yes.
She's hired goons to take you out, and we had a bake-off of who tasted better.
Hmm.
You did not win.
So you liked Marta's biscuits better?
Yep.
And what does this mean for us?
Well, it means I want to make you a proposition. Because I didn't like that you were getting pushed around in the streets. But it's a dark proposition.
I'm listening, as long as the children can't overhear.
If I kill Marta, and her goons, and you start franchising using her available business, you've got to use that recipe to keep making biscuits, and I want a share of the profits.
An enterprising one, aren't you? For someone so young.
I have a ship to repair, and that's going to be damn near impossible here.
It's quite the enticing offer. After all, Marta has caused me many issues. As of recent, she looks over to her daughter. Back at you, Avrea and Ismark. Do you understand what we are, dear?
I believe I do. And you're not the first I've met.
And you understand what you're up against.
I do. And I like a challenge.
Then we, my dear, have a deal.
Arson,
Oh.
It's gonna be fun.
All I ask is that you bring back her eyes.
Because eyes are a window to the soul.
You could say that. But no. You are elsewhere, speaking with the hag that is presumably the other daughter. What is going through your mind right now?
Quite a lot, if I'm honest. I think... question, actually. Does Linnell know about the concept of a hag? Would you say? Oh. Oh no. Is the stream frozen? Oh no. The hag magic.
Okay. The hag magic, am I back?
You're back.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm back. I've
was
been taken
terrifying.
away, whisked away. All right, sorry. I was asking what you had on your mind, and you said quite a lot, actually. And then I heard nothing beyond that. You all froze.
Would Linnell understand or know much about the concept of a hag specifically. Like, does she understand what she's looking at?
Roll me a history check.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Yes, not intimately, but you would have seen it. Kind of rumors in fairy tale books, books of warning, perhaps things that you know would have been told to children to get them to behave.
Yeah, and I think in her racing mind this whole time, that's what she keeps coming back to. Children. She thinks about the children that she saw upstairs. Thinking about the fact that they looked fine. But how can they be fine in a house of hags? She thinks about the Durst children and how they were left to starve, and now these kids are presumably being fattened up for gods know what. And it weighs heavy on her. She's going to cast Binding Ice on this hag.
All right.
I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw. The DC is 15.
All right. Give me one moment while I pull up something. Okay. You said binding ice?
Binding Ice.
All right. And you said a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, it is a 30-foot cone. DC is 15.
A 16.
I will cast Silvery Barbs as a reaction.
All right. 10.
10. Okay. So let's do this virtually because it's quicker. Because shit's about to go down. 12 points of cold damage as Linnell just, like, uncharacteristically lets out a scream. She throws her hands forward, and this 30-foot cone of ice just emanates from her hands, completely coating this little room that the hag is in, and the hag. On a failed save... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, what was the amount of damage that you had rolled?
12 points. On a failed save, takes the damage, and she is hindered by ice formations for a minute, which means her speed is reduced to 0.
All right.
And I'm going to activate my Blade Song.
You would see that she doesn't appear as affected by the ice as you thought she would be. It will hinder her, but she does not appear to be as harmed. Roll me initiative.
Okay. 15.
15. Right. Go ahead and 6 points of cold damage. And you said for 1 minute. And because this is a minute and we know how turn orders go, I'm not going to go through like each of the million of rounds that it'll take. But I will allow you to decide what you're doing. How long is the casting for Bladesong?
I believe it's instant because it's
Instant?
It's a bonus action, so it is
Bonus action?
Yeah.
All right.
So
Go ahead
I
and
could do it on the
activate.
same round as the spell casting.
Yes. All right. So you cast Bladesong.
Mm-hmm. How's she reacting to this? Like, obviously, it didn't look like she took the ice damage, but what's her demeanor like in this moment?
Where she then amused.
Mm-hmm.
She has a wide, sharp-toothed grin on her face, and I'm guessing it hinders her, but it doesn't prevent her from speaking.
I don't know, she can speak.
It's a cute little trick that you've got there. Do you intend to off me?
I think Linnell will laugh. My friend has better fangs than you.
All right, and let me see. And so her speed is reduced to 0, but she's not completely binded. Is that correct?
Yeah, his speed is reduced to 0. That is it.
Okay.
Yes.
You're going to be first in the turn order, so I'm going to start there.
Okay. I think with that in mind, she is going to... This is probably a fucking stupid idea, but she's going to turn and run. And she's going to dash.
She's going to dash.
Mm-hmm.
Probably very smart.
So with my blade song, that's 80 feet around.
All right. And just as a heads up, because of whatever happened to my internet there, my Sirenscape is not working.
It's still working for me.
It's playing, but it's not letting me switch anything.
Okay. Oh,
So.
it seems to have stopped. So
It stopped. Okay, good. Then I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do on my end. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Just had to reload that. Linnell,
Yes.
you dash away as fast as you can up and presumably out of this cave-like place.
Yeah, her intention in this, however long she's got, if she's got a minute, in that time, well, as long as it takes, can she get back to that 4th floor where she came from?
Yeah.
Okay. When she gets back to the top, she's going to run and jump out of the window.
All right. Let me see something real quick.
And before she hits the floor, she's going to do something else.
All right. That's probably a good idea. She is very easily able to open the windows and jump out of it.
Okay.
She finds herself falling down from the 4th floor.
And as she does, she's gonna, as she goes past the other windows underneath, she's gonna use her other Blessing of the Raven Queen to bamf into the 2nd floor.
You would be able to do so and find yourself careening into just a flock of chickens, feathers going everywhere, and angry squawks. And those of you inside the windmill down would hear that, and those of you outside the windmill would also hear that. So let's go ahead, since we haven't checked in with Lena and Sarah. You guys probably would not see Linnell do this. You would, because unless you want to roll me perception. You guys are looking around, not necessarily up, but...
I mean, sure.
16.
Oh. 19. No? Yes, 19.
Okay. I will give this to you guys then. You both would hear sounds of the windows kind of clacking open. And you look up just in time to see the small, light-limbed form of Linnell falling out the window before it seemingly
Do a flip!
poofs into the thing. And you hear the loud squawking of the chickens.
Well, no sense in playing
try-
it quiet anymore. We've got to get up there.
Yeah. We should
Here,
have tried to catch her, right?
I thought that's where she was headed, but clearly she had other plans. But I think we need to join everyone else again. Here, I will give you a boost.
Yeah, let's do that.
We're
You
gonna
guys are
try
going
to find the
climb
building.
this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to be on a timed little thing here, and we're checking in with the people on the 1st floor, the ground floor. Ileana, Avrea, Granny, the auntie, and Ismark. You all would hear kind of the boom and loud squawks of the chickens from upstairs. And Granny would look up, chuckling. I take that's one of your friends up there causing all that ruckus.
I thought they were all outside.
Yeah, which one?
Could it have been a kid?
Yeah.
Oh my-
We lost you again.
Oh no, the internet.
We lost our mommy.
We're our friends.
Oh no, we're gonna be made into pie.
We were the kids the whole time.
No!
Return of the Timothys.
There we go. The freaking Wi-Fi again. The techno ghosts, techno hags.
Don't worry, we were all
Me.
very well behaved.
Yes.
Uh-huh. I'm
behaved.
sure I will look back at the VOD and I will go, oh, look how well behaved my group of ragtag players is. Oh, so behaved. We don't have a naughty counter at all. Hey,
No,
chat.
no, look at us.
Chat, has my players been well behaved while I was gone?
It's a good thing that there's nobody that can clip it.
Poppy muted.
Oh, that's why you can't hear me, because I'm muted.
Yeah.
I just thought of a new catchphrase for the show while you were off as well. I've been queer the whole time.
Oh, look at the chat vouching for you all. Oh, except for
You
one.
really thought I was lying?
Oh,
Me rolling insight.
Wow. Okay.
silvery bobs.
It was almost
Yeah.
it was almost an at 20 and then it rolled over to the 2. So definitely, you all so well behaved. I'm on to you, Wachowski. All right. So, as we left off, Granny was informing Ileana that she best decide quick whether that's one of her friends or not, because if they're not, things might get sticky very quickly.
Well, we're here. We can't know who's up there.
Well, then I suppose I must go find out. And old, fragile Granny is going to be making her way up the stairs.
Probably a good idea. Be careful.
Let me help you.
It's okay, dearie. I'm not as frail as I look.
I'm sure.
And she makes her way to the second story. Linnell, what are you doing?
Good question. I don't know. I haven't thought this far ahead yet.
You are covered in chicken feathers.
I'm just enjoying
Brittany, don't backseat drive.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. You know what? Oh no, that's a bad idea. That's a really bad idea.
And now, as I'm balancing time stuff here, I am going to let the other two attempt to scale this building. Don't worry, I'm balancing it. It's just you guys all split the party, and I have to make sure things make sense time-wise. You only have yourselves to blame.
4-way split.
Say it with your chest, see?
I'm sorry. Mommy, please forgive us.
Okay, Linnell will.
Wait, I'm letting, before you make your action, I am gonna let the other two do theirs.
Cool.
So, unless you guys have any features or anything particular, tell me how you're gonna scale the building. I will tell you if you need to make any rolls.
I'm giving Sarah a boost, and that's the help action, so she gets advantage on whatever we're doing. Athletics, acrobatics, I'm not sure.
Okay. Sarah, you can make a case. Acrobatics?
I vote acrobatics. I'm gonna do dope monk shit, and I'm gonna take a running start and gonna use the boost Lena's giving me to get like a head start, and then just try to catch like a ledge and then climb the rest of the building up using like little crevices in the
all right
side of the
and go ahead, roll with advantage.
Fuck me. Okay, that's
remember we do have inspiration keys and 2 blood counters.
Yeah, and that's a 19.
19. All right. You do manage to grab the ledge. It's a little tricky because the window opens outwards, but you are able to kind of grab it and like you kind of dangle precariously for a second before you get the other one open and you pull yourself up. Not breaking too much of a sweat as you see Linnell mid whatever she is about to do in this room of very upset squawking chickens.
Right. She's gonna be fine. She's been through worse. Can I look inside? What's inside? Who's inside? Anyone in there?
Oh, you're looking at the second story. That is where Linnell is, surrounded by chickens. And Granny is kind of up about the top of the stairs.
Don't forget about me.
Yeah. You're down there. There's nothing you can do right now.
Now I'm gonna try and hold on, get a grip and reach down towards Lena. So potentially she could come up here. Well.
Linnell, what are you about to do? Sorry, I'm keeping track of this time stuff. What's Linnell about to do?
Has Granny like reached the second floor? Like, are we?
Yes.
We're face to face now.
Yes, just about.
Okay. I. Oh shit. Okay. I shout back to the two at the window. Go up, get the kids. I'm gonna cast Burning Hands.
Oh, all right. Let's light this fire. All right. Burning Hands. Let's see.
It's pretty much the same as before, but with fire, and it does ignite any flammable objects in that cone. So,
All right.
the building probably, the chickens
this building
probably.
is gonna smell so bad. I don't know if you've ever come across a chicken farm or anything, but imagining it on fire does not sound any better at all to me.
The feathers, especially.
Okay, let me go ahead and do a little bit of work on my end.
So it's a dexterity save this time because it's fire. It's a 15-foot cone. Yeah.
Okay. Just making a note of this. All right, so go ahead and is it a saving throw? Is it a
It's dexterity save, 15.
dexterity save? Okay. That is a 7.
A 7. Okay, so I'm sure it'll be resisted in somewhat, but it's 10 points fire, and anything flammable in that 15-foot cone is now immolated in flame. Blue flame specifically, because it's Linnell.
Right. You would see that she doesn't appear to take as much damage as you would expect. However, there are a large number of chickens that are now in flames. The squawking is loud and miserable as they flail about. And I'm going to need everyone to roll me initiative.
Oh yeah, no, we would have
everywhere.
no idea this is building anywhere, so I can't cast it. Okay.
See if I can get my music to work.
It's there. Got it.
7.
What's with my fucking dice roll today? That's the second natural one I've rolled.
Okay, 7.
I also got a 7.
Nat 1.
You probably have the higher dex mod.
19.
I got a +2 on dex.
Yeah, you have the
19.
higher.
Mm-hmm.
19 and Avrea
16.
16. Let me go ahead and making notes real quick. All right. Granny is first up in turn order. And Granny will use her turn to magically turn back into her true form. No longer is she the old, withered woman that you'd seen, but a horrible, grotesque hag. Now, my question for you all, before I take this turn. How are we looking time-wise? It is 6:10 Central Standard Time, and I know everyone has different things on their plates.
I'm good for that.
I'm not sure if we can finish the battle in an hour.
We can certainly try.
Could TPK real quick.
That's the optimism we need.
There's always running if needed.
You guys can get as creative as you want with this, too. Remember, I'm not one to force necessarily the combat if you guys can find ways to get out of combat. Would you like to attempt to get out of it, or would you like to attempt to try? And you'll have to wait for your turn. We can always come back next session and go from there.
Right now, I would vote that we could talk about strategies or what we could be doing.
All right.
Start. But
Then-
if
No,
you have
it's-
a different opinion, that's totally fine. I
think based on everyone's hesitation for an answer, I think that's where we're going to end session for today. And we will pick up, again, top of the order with Granny and decide where we're going to from there. So, first of all, I want to thank everyone who has watched us live today over on Twitch. I want to thank those of you who are watching this VOD at a later time, and I want to thank my lovely, incredibly well-behaved players, who I don't even know if they got... Did they even get any kind of clips today? Which I suppose means that they behaved really well. No one got any naughty points. I'm pretty sure someone has switched out my cast of players with changelings. So, we're going to go ahead.
Too stressed out.
Too stressed out. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to have my players reintroduce themselves, plug what they would like to plug, drop their favorite moment of today's session, and we'll go from there. So let's go reverse order from where we started with Sky.
Hi, I'm Sky. I play Ileana. Let's see. I don't want to plug anything. Well, wait, nope. That deserves a counter. But
No, say it. Say it with your chest.
Yeah, my favorite moment, I think, was butchering a chicken and telling her to shush and trying to figure out if we're gonna fight this entire time, because I've been unsure. Yep, broker and deal with hags. It's just a Friday.
All right. C.
Hi, I'm C. You can find me on YouTube at Hey C, and I've started streaming on there as well. And my favorite moment, everything and none of it at the same time. I loved Linnell going on her own and stressing me out so much. I loved the little thing with Ismark, pretending we were doing something when Granny came. And all of the... Oh, and the failed stealth check from Sarah. And that's it.
All right, Bridget.
Hi, Hi, everybody. I'm Bridget. I've been Lena, the sneaky yet freaky warlock. When I'm not here Friday nights, getting in a combination of sad, scared, and horny. You can find me Monday nights, Homebrew Campaign, Rodania Chronicles. We're going to be back next week. Every other Friday night, you can find me over on Phoenix Sawaki's channel for Candlekeep Mysteries with our lovely dungeon mistress here today. And when I'm not on stream, I'm behind the scenes recapping, lore keeping, fanficking, new fic alert. Last week, I dropped a new fanfic for this very campaign, filling in the blanks of that one scene. So go check that out. It's in the fanfic channel.
On our Discord.
On our Discord, where you can join and hang out with all of us, too. It's always hard to pick a favorite moment. I think the tension, it was my favorite and yet not my favorite. Just a dramatic tension. Chef's kiss.
All right. River.
Hi, I'm River. I'm playing Sarah, the one who punches everything and sometimes engages in some light arson. I'm on social media as edelweiss.chaos, and if you're into Critical Role, I also have a whole Critical Role channel with cosplays with Sarah, the other Sarah, on Tales of Exandria. And, well, I'm here every Friday.
All right. Favorite moment?
Favorite moment? Gotta be when Linnell suddenly turned invisible and Ileana was trying to persuade me that she never existed in the first place.
All right. And Patch.
That's me. I am Patch. The usual face you see on Mondays and Wednesdays in the GM seat. Right here on Quest Junkies. We stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the same time in the same place, telling very different stories. You can also find me every other Friday over on Phoenix Iwaki in the Census Tyranny campaign, and lots of things coming up soon. You saw in the break reel the trailer for our first pre-recorded one-shot, Ascensions Incorporated. A Oops All DMs evil one-shot, which I cannot wait to get to you, but you will wait and it will be worth the wait. It is going to be so much fun. I've never done anything as cool in my life, and I'll never stop ranting about it, and you'll just have to find out. Favorite moment? I was going to say what River just said, because I just love the idea of like Linnell going invisible and suddenly everyone's like pretending that she's imaginary. I love that. I think, because I like to pick something else, it would have to be the the specific moment of the shush and casting silence, because like that shit was cool. Like that was just a cool moment. I was like, oh damn, we're doing this, let's go. So yeah, that's mine. That's me.
Wonderful. And I am Bree, your humble dungeon mistress for Friday nights here on Strahdalicious, telling our gender-bent tale of Curse of Strahd. You can find me on most social media under Bree the Tired, and I do art on occasion. I occasionally make TikToks, and, well, frankly, I'm kind of a ghost on the internet. You can also find me when I'm not DMing here on Fridays. Every other Friday, I play on Phoenix Sawaki's channel in his Candlekeep game as Fliz, the goblin with a penchant and taste for cats. So you can catch me and Bridget over there next week, actually, in the evening Central Time. As far as my favorite moment, as always, there's always so many moments that I have to kind of like parse through and choose. But as the DM, I have to say that my favorite moment is kind of the moments that you all started splitting into your own separate groups, and possibly one of the places that is the worst idea to be splitting the party. And I was loving every single moment of it. And also, I love the moment that I was describing everything as like nice and bright and great, like, and you guys were just getting increasingly unnerved, and all I can think of in my head was the sunshine and lollipops and so I was having a grand old time. But with that, thank you again to all my players and to everyone watching us. We look forward to seeing you next week as we find out what's going to happen. Are they going to get out of this? Are they going to TPK? Stay tuned. And until next time, may the mists of Barovia never obscure your path. Take care, adventurers.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.